look in the mirror, man, you're so dirty. Yeah, you look so dirty. You were never worthy. Lately, it's you.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now because this is not the show for you. Now, what I'm going to be talking to you about in this reaction video today is the fact that women are feeling the repercussions of the decisions that they have made on the dating market, and also they feel the consequences of how they've been treating men. Now, I've covered a video a long time ago, maybe about 7 months ago, about maybe less than that, where a woman was complaining about men not wanting to go to brunch with her and other black women. And it's because of the way that women are treating men, the way they put down men, the way they disrespect men. Men are tired and frustrated of dealing with these bad attitudes and always being told that we are less than. So now it's people are feeling it across the nation. So I have a woman who's going to ask the question, where are the men? But after that, I'm actually going to show a club scene where it's mostly women and no men, just a few men there, okay? And we're going to have a commentator who's going to talk about that as well, okay? So women are going to these single mixers and men are not showing up, not because they're not aware of the event. They just are tired of dealing with today's westernized modern woman. So let's get to it. 1 second, I put on your screen, y'all. All right, there it is. Let's get it.
Okay, so I recently went to a singles event and it was 90% women. And I was wondering, like, where's all the dudes? I don't know, but they're not there. And that's cool, not like I care.
Oh, you care. That's why you made the video. The reason why you thinking like that, because you're tired of being alone. You see, men are tired. Like I said before, men are tired of dealing with their mouth. We are tired of dealing with their disrespect. And because of that, you're starting to feel the repercussions of that, okay? It's going to get worse than this. I predicted it before. I'm going to predict it again. It's going to get worse than that for women because sooner or later, they're going to have to leave the country. And when they leave the country looking for a man, the men from different countries are not going to put up with what they're dealing with or what they see in America. They're not going to do that, okay? That's almost like a luxury or a privilege over here, okay? They don't put up with that. Excuse me as I put it on your screen. I want to make sure it's on there correctly. Okay, then. Let's get to it. Now, this is the scene that I told you about in the club where it's mostly women, okay? You see all the women in there? Now, we know that women go to clubs to also compete with the female peers with their outfits, but women go there because they really want to be validated by men. They want strange men. They want men to come up to them and say that they're pretty, to buy them a drink. Sometimes they want them to buy drinks just so they can use them, don't want to give them any coochie, but like most times they really just want to go there for attention anyway. Now, men are not really going to clubs. They're going someplace else. Men would rather date women from different nationalities, different cultures, or go overseas to find a woman if they are serious about a woman. Now, if you go to the club scene, you find you a woman. That woman is just something that you're going to play with, not something that you're going to stay with because you don't want to invest in these type of women, basically, right? Now, let me go and get to this gentleman. Let him go ahead and break down his point of view about it. 1 second.
Let me say this is not a gotcha moment, because we knew, the men and women, that it was going to harm a certain demographic of women who follow certain movements or hold the water for certain movements. And there's always one group. So for the birth of the Kevin Samuels, the birth of the Passport Bros or Blue Book Gentlemen, the women that are still following this feminist agenda, we knew who it was going to hurt, and all of these different movements, right? So seeing that video with a club full of women or lounge or whatever, like full of women, that's only the beginning. Because the more men stay at home and say they want peace, they play video games and say, I'd rather do that after getting off from work, living in apartments by themselves, or decide to go overseas for 6 months, work on a ship for 6 months, or or work for electrical companies and leave on the weekend to go overseas, and the dudes that followed Kevin Samuels saying, yo, if you ain't a certain type of woman, I don't want to deal with you. Or if you feel I'm less than, I'd rather not be around you. I don't want to be accused like Brian Banks. They see those stories that keep rehashing in society. I don't want to be set up for a robbery. All of these different things men are thinking.
He made a very key point. All this really comes down to is the fact that a man wants peace. And if being peace or being at peace means to be separate from a woman, they're going to do that. So now men are really just focusing on themselves now. They focusing on themselves now. If you can't even play a video game without being called sassy. You can't even cook without being called sassy. You can't even do X, Y, and Z without being called sassy, being called less than or put down. I did a video where women said women said that if you can cook as a man, you're sassy, which means you're feminine. That's crazy, man. So men would rather be in a situation where they are by themselves, maybe every now and then get some coochie, go out and have fun and work on themselves. They would rather do that than be with a woman. Think about how bad these women have gotten for a man to say that.
They're thinking. We talk about it. They rather go to cigar lounges. Y'all don't understand what type of time men are on. They rather sit in the library learning IT, don't have no background in IT like myself. So we know where this is going. And for women not to catch on this and say, yo, you listening to influencers who have boyfriends, or you listening to friends who have, they're in marriages. You listen to the friends that are no good, that want to cheat, who don't care for relationships. It's going to harm you, the ones that want to go out and be around men, the ones that telling you to be antisocial against men. It's going to harm you more so than anybody else. Certain groups, certain races, certain colors of women are going to take the brunt of it. But stubborn. But we see what's going on.
He's right, because I've said it before. A lot of these, well, I ain't gonna say a lot of them because there are very few of them. Very few, the remnant of women who want to be traditionally minded. You don't even see them. You don't hear them. They're quiet. While the other women, the musty back heifers, make all the loud noise. Now, let me tell you something. For you women who are afraid to speak out against this stuff, your silence comes across as if you are agreeing or that you are in agreement with the musty back heifers way of living, because you're quiet. You're not saying nothing against it. So we think that you think it's okay.
Going to happen, and this is just only the beginning as technology increases. This is only going, but shout out to everybody. I don't want to be vitriolic. I don't want to approach this from a hostile standpoint. Just, ladies, just watch who you listen to. That's it. Just watch who you listen to. Even you shouldn't allow to get into a conversation with men, and men have to curb what they say, or they got to walk on eggshells when they talk to you. I don't operate like that when I get into certain discussions. And men shouldn't have to. Truth should make you free.
Yep, I'm in agreement with what he said. I'm gonna play one last clip of a woman who's gonna tell you what she thinks the problem is with these so-called pretty women. You understand me? And she's right on this right here. Let me get him. Oh, man. Oh, I didn't pause. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to pull it up. All right. Now, she's going to tell you what it is, and women everywhere going to be mad.
I honestly think a lot of beautiful women are lazy. I think they're lazy in their character, they're lazy in their learning, they're lazy in their skill set, and they're lazy in relationships because they harp on their beauty instead of actually being the person that can back that up. And I think that that is a crippling stronghold that holds a lot of women in a space where they'll never really attract or have the man that they want because they look at people like they're disposable just because they're beautiful without.
And she is spot on, man. You know what I'm saying? The prettier a woman is, the more hell the more of a hell raiser she gonna be. Like I tell my homies, they be laughing. I say the bigger the booty she got, the bigger the problem she has. The bigger the titties she's had, the bigger the titties she's got, the bigger the trauma bun's gonna be with her too. I'm saying that right now, y'all.
Without the character to even substantiate that.
That is a fact.
It is sad.
It is very sad because beautiful women, you know, it's a stigma.
Oh,
but at the same time, I think women, they're made to be this way. And I think coming from Australia, where women are very different, and then moving over here and seeing the mindset of highly attractive women over here is night and day. But it's the culture, like, oh, I don't have to work. I have a sugar daddy. Or,
right.
Oh, I don't have to do this or that because I look like this. It's pretty privilege.
She is right. In our culture in America, a woman thinks the prettier she is, the less she got to do. You know what I mean? Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. I'll be talking to y'all pretty soon. Y'all have a good one now, you hear?